Welcome to the M.A.C address, the place to go to get the news and information that you can use, as well as get some information that is utter nonsense, but will bring a smile to your face, because that's what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, the M.A.C address starts right now. Yeah, hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the M.A.C address. We're going to kind of do this one in order today, so go and introduce yourself.
I am Malika, the M in M.A.C.
And I am the C in M.A.C. My name is Chris. We are the M.A.C address. The A in M.A.C, Miss April, is not going to be here with us today. She is ill, and we wish her a speedy recovery. But with that being said, the show must go on. We
miss you, April.
Yeah, we miss you, April. Hopefully you'll be here. You'll get over that. What she got?
Sinus infection.
You get over that. You'll get over that sinus infection soon, so you can come on back here and join us. In the meantime, we're going to keep the ball rolling.
We miss you, Olivia.
Oh, yeah. I forgot Olivia in here, too. So we definitely going to have to speak in on her. But anyway, so like I said, we are the M.A.C address, and we are here to bring you some great information that you can use and probably some you can't. And we are broadcasting from Muko Taekwondo Studios. Why don't you say where we at? Don't you put that and say the address? Wow, okay. Never mind. You going to say the address?
1153C Burnt Hickory Road, Cartersville, Georgia, 30120.
Yeah, and the C, she said, that's the suite we're in. And our phone number is 70. No, it's not. It's 404-513. No, it's not.
He doesn't know the phone number. It's okay.
470-315-4963. We welcome any and everyone to come and try out a class. Doesn't matter what physical disabilities you may have or even certain mental disabilities. Come in and try a class and see if you like it. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with the show. First off, Miss Malika, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. You and rough day at school, huh?
It was okay to, the end. And,
well,
parents do parent things.
Yeah, well, we can't talk about that now because we ain't trying to get in trouble. Let's go ahead and get into this whole thing. So I kind of spoke with you a little bit on this previously before we did the podcast here. And I was telling you, so if someone gave you $10 million, but you had to spend $5 million of it to start up a rare and unique business, what would that business be?
Training parents.
Training, as you guys can hear, that this rough day that Miss Malika had is trickling over to the podcast here, and parents need to start acting right. Parents just don't understand.
Yeah,
but
they don't understand teacher life.
Now, when you say training parents, what are you talking about?
Just talking about how they would have like classes, maybe. Some parents do go to a class, but I think I guess teaching parents that everything is not on the school system, because the school system feels like they are the parent, but yet we have boundaries that we can only do so much. But then if we don't do what the parents want, then we're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So parents, about just being parents. I don't know what some of these parents are doing. Some parents, they make sure they talk to their kids, they talk to their teachers. They're trying to help, get the child to be a prosperous and functional adult.
Yeah, some people have kids and become parents, and you're right, and they just don't know how to do it. But it's like you don't know how to do it, but at the same time, you're not trying to find the help to you to become a better parent. So I don't know if it's one of those things where you probably feel embarrassed to do or feel ashamed to do, because being a parent is for
it's
everybody.
Hard.
It is.
And it takes a village. It really does. If I didn't have my village, I don't know, exactly how Nyla would be, but I have help.
Maybe some of these parents expect the teachers to be the village for their child. As a matter of fact, they expect you to be the village and the parents. Mm-hmm. That's why, when the whole potty training thing that we had talked about that one time, where the parents would come to you and say, "Hey, my child isn't potty trained," and ask you what's going on. Why isn't that happening? Like, really, you're questioning me about whether or not, wow, your child isn't potty trained?
It takes the both of us.
Yeah, it takes the work. It takes the work at school, and at home for that to happen. But mainly at home. If you're not one of those parents that's putting in that kind of time with your child,
It's going to be a delay.
it's gonna be a delay. And and I know you was talking about how one of the worst things that can happen is school breaks. Because it's like all the progress that you have applied to the kid just is not continued during any breaks. And when they come back, it's almost like whatever you taught them, whether it's potty training or manners or anything, all that is just thrown out the window. You have to start all over.
Yes. A lot of the time.
With that being said, that actually would be a good thing to have. I mean, it's rare. I believe that it will take a real serious parent who really wants to be a better parent for their child to come to one of those. But you would think that would be everybody who is a parent.
That's just even struggling. Like, I don't know what to do. I've tried everything I know how to do. Maybe somebody else can give them, a different perspective or a different idea.
Yeah. So I mean, it's almost
Because
like
I've got ideas from parents.
yeah.
And for my own child, I was like, oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, it takes a village. And, the thing about being in the village is that sometimes you get advice from the person who you don't know. But they give you a great idea on doing something and it could work for your child. So, yeah, that actually really is a good one. Yeah. I mean,
Some people I feel like will get offended. But it's about working together. And I don't feel like a lot of the times here lately, parents and the teacher, they're not on the same page.
no, they're not. It's, because I know from what you've told me that, these parents know they have a level of authority over you when it comes to their child. So they play on that. And it's almost like they're making the situation worse. It's almost like either you teach my child everything that you're supposed to teach her and what I'm supposed to teach her or else. And that's just not right. That's not right. And, and I think holding a parent-teacher thing that you said,
Yeah.
that'll work with maybe that will also get the parents a stronger mentality about looking at themselves and what they can, do as far as not only just taking advice from other people on how to raise their child, but looking at yourself on how you've been doing it. So yeah, that's actually a really good one. Mine isn't as as positive. Well, it is positive, but it's not as humanitarian like yours, if that's even a word. Mine is, for me, if I had to have spent $5 million, I will open up a upscale restaurant that is open from 11 p.m. to 4 Friday and Saturday, maybe on certain Mondays if the days go like a holiday, like if it's like a holiday, like a Labor Day or Memorial Day, because, people still be going out on those Sundays, or if there's like a concert or something like that that's going in late, those days like that.
So why those hours?
Because a lot of times that time of night you getting junk.
Yeah.
No high-end upscale restaurant is open. And I believe that if I was to open up a restaurant like that served good food, people will like the clubbers, let me be real with you, the clubbers, the strippers, all them, they were like, well, I want to get something good to eat. I don't want Burger
So
King.
when I think of high end, I'm thinking something fancy, something like the sundial type thing.
Well, when I say upscale, I'm talking about you're not serving burgers and fries all the time. You're not serving burgers. You're not serving the Waffle House type.
So you're
food.
just it's a restaurant.
Well, it's a restaurant, but if you compare it to those restaurants, it's more upscale.
Yeah.
But like I said, it will be open up those hours, and I even got a name for it.
What's that?
Foodie Call.
Wow.
Because those are pretty much those hours.
Yeah.
That's right.
But then, so it's almost foodie. I mean, not the name. I was just thinking about the restaurant.
Well, what you thinking about?
Because I was like, okay, there's not a restaurant open all the way those hours, but it kind of puts me in the mind of a Marietta diner. They're open late, but they have real meal.
Yeah, but think about it though. You're right. You can go to a Marietta diner, but they will be beyond slammed.
So you would be beyond slam.
But I will be the other restaurant that's beyond slammed. See what I'm saying? See how it works out? That's how it works. See, it's okay for me to be beyond slam. And then on top of that, I honestly believe that I could get some employees who would love to work there. Because they're getting a great paycheck and they ain't working nowhere near how Americans are working, which gives them time to do other stuff. So I think that would be a great idea. So anybody want to? I have a feeling somebody gonna take my idea.
Oh, well, you just put it out there.
Well, ain't nobody finna give me no $5 million. So don't even know. What else you got?
The burial, when it comes to having funerals, and how a lot of people.
Ooh, you talking about that stuff?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Well, before you go into that,
Well, that's what you asked me.
I did ask you that. Well, let me go ahead and tell you my other two businesses that I said I would do, and one kind of hits on kind of what you said a little bit. Like I will open a daycare for the people who work the graveyard shift, like people who work like those the AMs. And that are like single parents and stuff like that, and they need a place to take their child. Well, there's a daycare for that now, and I call it nighttime nanny. Yeah, you can see I put a little thought into that.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked in something like that.
I mean, because isn't the only thing you really have to be concerned with is just making sure the child gets some rest or get some sleep or maybe even eat some breakfast.
Yeah. Depending on what time they drop off. If they have to be at work at midnight. It depends on what time you open.
Yeah. Well, I ain't figured that part out.
Yeah. So if you open at like 6, then you have dinner to serve.
No, ain't nobody gonna open that early. No, that's not foodie call hours. No,
But I'm saying 6 p.m.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily the great. Well,
If they're like, okay, I have to be at work at 11 or 12, you're looking at, okay, the earliest that person may drop them off. So they may not eat dinner, but then you don't know what child you have or their situation. So you're still dealing with food.
yeah, but it was
Earlier.
but this was supposed to be for those who work the third shift.
Yes, but if they are struggling, then you're looking at, did that kid eat dinner tonight?
I guess Well, I guess I don't know. You said 6 o'clock.
Yeah. With some that would come in at 6, 8, and their parents wouldn't go to work till probably like 10 to 12, somewhere in there.
Okay. Well, I can see that. I mean, opening up around by that time, that will definitely, give the parents a little bit of
A breather.
to, for work, and then they make sure they come and get their child before 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good idea. Now this last one I got. Now, this is along the lines of something I've always wanted to do. Now, I'm going to say this, Kazuku Gamusho, which means family game show in Japanese. And what I would do is I would have this big building that would have 4 or 5 different Japanese-style game shows. People, a group of people can rent out one spot for about an hour, and they can participate in the game show of whatever that is. And they can have contestants. There's a prize that they can win if they win, and we can have it set for like each one can have like roughly 3 games. And at that time, you have 3 games that you can do within an hour. You have a select people who's going to participate and have them to do it, and whoever wins, they win a trophy or something like that. Towards the end. And the good thing about it is that the group size, it'll be pretty massive because you're going to have the people who are contestants and the people who are going to be cheering you on. So, yeah, I mean, now the games, now the thing about those Japanese game shows, they got all kind of crazy ones.
Yeah.
So I'd be looking into every last one of them. But I believe it would be a hit because it'd be something different, and people love to have fun, people love to laugh, and people will pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
So going into your story, let's go ahead and say this. We're going to go ahead and just say rest in peace to Bob Barker. For those who knew of him, Bob Barker was a game show host for The Price is Right. He actually was the host from 1972 to 2007. Did you know he was part Native American?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, he was part Native American, and he was actually raised. Most of his childhood he spent on a reservation.
Awesome.
I didn't even know that he was a member of the Sioux tribe. So yeah, and but what was funny though was that I make this, I'm gonna say this, it's a joke, but it's in good taste. Somebody said that because Bob Barker used to have dark skin and the light hair, somebody said he looked like a undeveloped film.
Oh.
Because how when you look at the film when it's undeveloped, it's a negative.
Yeah.
So colors are reversed, and they say that's what he looked like.
Wow.
Yeah, but I wanted to go ahead and just put that out there. Rest in peace to Bob Barker. Our condolences to him and his family. And if there's anybody that we probably missed who may have passed during this time, we give our condolences out to them as well. So, said, Miss Malika, now what were you going to say?
I was going to talk about how in the Christian society and in a lot of other societies, how we bury people in the ground. But then we go into when people are quoting the Bible verse, I could not tell you the verse, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Mm-hmm. Why are we putting our bodies in a box? Because we cannot go back to ashes and dust in a box. We don't go back to the earth.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's what it makes cremation makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And I learned that the first coffin burial was in China. It was a Chinese ritual.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm actually really shocked that it just made it all around the world like that.
Back in the medieval days and things like that, when a person, when they die, they put them on a pyre, which is like a stack of wood and stuff, and they say what they're going to say, and they light a fire, and that's that.
Yeah, like the vampires in Legacy.
Yeah, like the vampires in Legacy. I can't believe you brought that up. I can't believe you brought them up. You and these. If they was to make another season, that you lose your mind.
I would watch it. I would see how they, come back from the cancellation.
JR and all them other.
MG, not JR. I'm thinking Dynasty. Why we talk about Dynasty?
Is it MG?
Yeah, it's MG from Milton Greasley.
Y'all, I don't watch that. I'm sometimes forced to watch it because it's what's on TV. I mean, it catches my eye every now and then, but it's like a whole bunch of kids that go to school with all these powers and stuff, and they don't go to school. That's all I see. They kill everything, and they turn to all kind of stuff, and they go ride the river Styx. That's all it seems to me. But back to what you were saying. Yeah, so in medieval times, that's what they used to do. They really
I know in the Vikings, they did that as well.
Yeah. It's almost like when you cremate them, you're almost like allowing their ashes to float off on one last journey.
Yeah.
I always thought that, and this is going to sound really crazy, but I always thought that people rather spend all this money to buy coffins and all this stuff to put their loved one in it because they feel like they're going to hurt them. If they cremate them.
I can see people thinking like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's just that, but it just goes to show you how the mentality. Because I mean, for me to sit here and say this, I'm pretty sure it's some people like, I ain't gonna cremate my mama, or I ain't gonna cremate my grandmama. She ain't gonna be gonna burn her up. I mean, like they can feel.
Yeah, no, so, it's like they in their mind like she's going to hell.
Yeah,
going to hell.
Yeah. Exactly. So I mean, they did, and like you said, they did this in the biblical times. So. But I agree with you on that, though. That's just, I think a lot more people are starting to catch on to cremation, and
because it's cheaper.
yeah, but even the prices of that is starting to go up now.
Yeah, but it's still cheaper than trying to give somebody the whole world that's dead.
Yeah, because people are spending almost 20 grand to put.
Wow, I'm just now reading. It says the worldly burial ceremonies organized, it says, by the dead for their dead loved ones is a transgression of the doctrine of Christ and God, which teaches simplicity and somberness in everything that Christians do. The simplicity in burial was demonstrated by Joseph, was that Arimathea, a rich man, a secret disciple of Jesus, who buried Jesus in accordance with the doctrine of simplicity. But Jesus was in a tomb.
Yeah, so I don't know what Andromeda's talking about.
Joseph.
I'm sorry.
His
What was the rich man's name?
name is Joseph.
You said another name.
Of where he lived, where he was from, was that Arimathea?
That's what I meant, Andromeda. No. I have made the agreement that if something was to ever happen to me, to cremate me. Because, it doesn't make sense to spend all this money to put me away beautifully and you'll never see me again. Well, you'll never see that part of me again.
Yeah, the body.
So, yeah, you'll never see my empty shell of a body again. It's best to just go ahead and just cremate me and use that extra money to continue to live life.
Or when it looks like burial of Moses just got put in the ground. They dug up a hole, put his body in the ground. Didn't even cremate or put him in a coffin.
Well, okay, is that another way of going back to the dust? Well, you're in the dust and in the dirt.
Yes. You're going back to the earth.
Yeah, because coffins, okay, think about this. They put you in a coffin and they fill your body up with embalming fluid to preserve you.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're trying to prevent you from going back to ashes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, it just doesn't, from a biblical standpoint, it just doesn't seem right. But, but of course, people do what they're comfortable with. But I'm like this, if you're putting somebody away and going and dead at the same time, if that loved one was to come back and say, hey, why are you doing this? I'm pretty sure, you could have just cremated me and spread my ashes someplace that I like and be done with it. Speaking of which, did you know that Disney World is full of ashes? Dead body ashes?
Oh, I can see that, though.
Yeah, because a lot of people say, I want to get cremated and sprinkled around Disney World. So I know that there was a story where it's a lot of people where they said that when they died, they wanted to have their ashes sprinkled in certain areas around Disney World. And I know one of them said they wanted to be sprinkled in, of course, the Magic Kingdom. What's that building called? Is it the Magic Kingdom?
No, that's like an area. I want to say it's like it's like a princess castle. I forgot the name.
Yeah, the castle that's pretty much the image of
like
Disney.
Cinderella or somebody's supposed to live there.
Yeah, they're supposed to have sprinkle them around it, and also they say that if you look like you like if you see like a pile of dirt somewhere, that's pretty much somebody's ashes. So
they got to come back and vacuum them up.
Yeah, vacuum the ashes, but it's like but if you're ashes, you gotta, especially if you're in a place where it's all about clean. You gotta expect that the ashes are gonna be vacuum.
Yeah.
Or something.
So, I would hope, but some people don't think like that.
Well, I mean, I heard working for Disney is very cutthroat. Like they are very strict on everything. Like, everything from the people in the costumes to just the people working the concession stands. I don't even know if they even have concession stands.
They do.
Okay, because I ain't never been to Disney World. I ain't got no interest in it. So,
it makes you happy.
Did it really?
It really did. It was like, because it brings you to your childlike person.
Did you go to Disney World with Nyla? Did that bring you to your childhood person?
Mm-hmm.
Weren't
like,
you
oh.
mad?
Well, maybe I couldn't help that I was mad at when I went back to the place I was staying, and my child wants to get in the water, and it's just me and her.
Girl, no. You sit here and let me eat this brownie.
But I mean, overall, if I wasn't, it would have been better. I mean, it was still hot, but because I went around her birthday, and her birthday's in the summertime.
Yeah. You know, I can't really see. I mean, for me, Disney is cool, but Disney, I don't know what it is about it. It's like it just doesn't grab me like the.
You would probably have to go there. I mean, it's not just about the little parade and seeing Baloo and all the other little Disney characters, but the rides and the things that are there.
You
It's
mean
like,
the ride you have to wait a million years to get on?
well, yeah, but then they have those fast pass,
That
so,
probably costs $500,000.
and you get in front of people. But yeah, it's like, oh, okay, and it's huge, so you can spend a week at Disney and not be bored and not do the same thing twice.
But don't you have to be like into Disney to really enjoy it?
No, because we've all been into Disney in some form or fashion. DuckTales.
They ain't there.
Yeah, they are. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. They
I
there.
don't like them.
Yes, you
I
got.
like
what's
launch.
it?
Is Launchpad there?
Yes,
I don't believe it.
yes. All of that.
But I wasn't. I mean,
They're in the fabric of your life. Whether it's not maybe a strong fabric, but these characters. You've seen them.
I'm more Looney Tunes. I'm more about those guys. Now, if they open up a theme park,
They did. It was Six Flags. What happened to them now? I don't know.
that's Six Flags. That's different. Six Flags wasn't based around them.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I had a Tweety wallet that my mom got me from Six Flags.
Yeah, but
They didn't. It was their characters were everywhere at Six Flags long time ago. Now they are non-existent.
I think I probably know why. Because DC got involved.
You don't even hear about the DC characters that's supposed to be there.
But that's what I'm saying. DC. It's like I can vaguely remember the Looney Tunes characters at Six Flags. But then DC got involved. That's why you have the Batman ride, you have the Superman ride.
I mean, they didn't have rides, but they were mascots floating around.
Can't see nobody walk around like Superman. Big old belly, drops them up in a way. No. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should go to Disney World, but it's just something about it is just not grabbing me to go. Like I'll go to Universal Studios before I go there. So I don't know. I mean, maybe
I've
I
been
should.
to all of that. I've been to Busch Gardens. That was nice. It's
I
a
go
zoo.
to Busch Gardens.
Zoo with an amusement park wrapped around
See,
it.
I will go there.
You own a roller coaster and a giraffe right there
See,
as you're hanging upside down somewhere.
See, that is awesome. That right there is awesome.
But that's the only place I ever found a keychain with my name on there.
See, that makes it even more special.
I was like,
I wonder if they got a keychain and say Chris on it.
everywhere in the world.
Well, I was just wondering. I'm pretty sure they do if they got a Malika there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, how about this? Let's go ahead and jump on some trivia here. I'm gonna come up with an introduction song for trivia. Mm-hmm. So
Trivia time.
Trivia time. So we are now getting ready to do the M.A.C. It's called the M.A.C. The M.A.C, which the MC stands for
Malika.
Wow, you got real loud just then. The M stands for, no, it don't. It stands for multiple. Multiple, Malika. Multiple choice. So the way this works is I'm gonna ask Miss Malika 5 questions, and I'm gonna see if she can get them right. If she can get at least 3 of them right, I give her a prize.
Yay.
I kind of don't want to because I have to do that anyway. It's like, you're going to give me a prize anyway.
I never say that.
Yeah, but you mean it though. Of course, if she gets it right, she will get the ding. And if she gets it wrong, she gets the buzzer. So let's go ahead and get started with this. All right. Are you ready, Miss Malika?
Yes.
Yes, it sounds very confident in that one. All right. Your first question. What is the main ingredient in Bombay duck?
Would it be duck?
You just not gonna let me ask the questions, are you?
You said the question.
Well, hang on. let me now you right at this ain't question. Let me give you the choices. What is the main ingredient in Bombay duck? Is it A, fish, C, cheese? I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Is it A, fish, B, cheese, C, eggs, or D, duck?
I'd say D duck because it says duck in the name.
Is it duck?
It's probably not.
No.
It's probably cheese.
No.
I don't know the other stuff.
Okay. The other choices was fish and eggs, and believe it or not, it is fish.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Why is it called duck?
That is the question I wanted to know myself, but I saw it. I was like, that is absolutely ridiculous, which makes it perfect for this. All right, so you didn't get that one right, so we're gonna press on. You still got a chance though. Here we go. Question number 2. Who said, "I am the president of the United States and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli"? Is it A, Barack Obama, B, George Bush, C, Donald Trump, or D, Bill Clinton?
I would say Trump, but it's not Barack.
You know that for a
Yeah.
fact. Barack eats his broccoli. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, his wife, made up our new what is that, school lunch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
More vegetables.
I eat broccoli. Yes, I do, because my wife makes me. So you say,
I say Trump.
is it Donald Trump? No,
Bush.
it is Bush. But you didn't say it the first time, so technically you didn't get that right. But you can get it right. We go, no. So you still ain't got one right. But you're doing good. I don't even know what to say to that. All right, so question number 3. In Florida, Florida has some of the worst mess. I just don't get it, but this is another. So in Florida, only on Sundays is it illegal for a single woman to do what? A, go braless. B, go skydiving. C, hit on a man. Or D, drive a boat.
Might be drive a boat.
You say drive a boat?
Yeah.
Is it drive a boat? No.
Go braless.
Is it go braless? No, that'd probably make that a law right there, depending on the woman. But no, the answer is go skydiving. So a woman cannot go skydiving by her if she's single. Like they're gonna really ask that.
Are you single?
Yeah. Well, you can't do this. You can't jump out of a plane. Well, there we go. All right. Question number 4. In France, what's the most common color? I don't know why I say it like that. In France, what's the most common color for toilet paper? Is it A, white, B, brown, C, pink, or D, green?
Is it pink?
Is it pink? Yes, it is pink.
Yay, got one.
Yeah, you did. You got one. You sure did. Let me tell you something. Why in the world would anybody have some brown toilet? You don't know if that toilet paper been used and put back.
But it looks like paper bag.
Well, if it's that brown. Now it could be a dark brown. Doo-doo brown.
Yeah, but it had to be moist for people to think anything.
Ew. Well, it could be, but hopefully not. All right. Last question. In Minnesota, it is illegal to be what in bed? Is it A? I'm sorry, let me read that again. Yeah, I'm saying that right. In Minnesota, it's illegal to be what in bed? Is it A, eating in bed? B, passing gas in bed? C, jumping in bed? Or D, naked in bed?
I would say naked, but it might be passing gas.
So which one would you say?
I said naked first.
Is it naked? Yes. Ah, look at you. You got two. You're supposed to got three, and you didn't do it.
I did. I got George Bush.
No, you didn't. You got George Bush after you sat there and said Donald Trump. Oh my goodness. But that was so that was all 5 questions. You got 2 out of it. Even though you didn't win a prize, you gonna still some kind of way make yourself get one.
Yay,
we could
prize.
call this food that I brought you the prize though. That's not gonna work.
No, because I already had it.
That's just not right. But it's all right. Speaking of Trump, have you seen these mugshot T-shirts out there?
Yeah, he's making money and other people making money.
Yeah. Because
Do I want one? No, I'm good.
I actually saw a guy with one, but he changed the words on it. Said something about something involving stupidity or something like that. But yeah, I mean that mugshot is making plenty of money, and as of right now, he is at the top for the Republican thing. He's like at 51%. That is insane.
That means we didn't learn our lesson.
No,
I mean, there's other Republicans that could do the job and not have all these lies and stuff that's being told. And we hear the lies. We hear what he's trying to do, but, people choose to ignore.
I think Trump is going to, if Trump was to get, I think the people who are supporting Trump right now are low end Caucasian people and every race rich person. Because he's seeing all about the rich because, he was giving.
Of course he's going to see all
Yeah,
about the
so
rich.
that's what I'm saying. So, a lot of other presidents, if you made a certain amount of money,
You get taxed.
yeah. But, of course, if you didn't make a certain amount, you got tax breaks. So, so Trump was trying to, because, he's trying to give even the rich tax breaks. As a matter of fact, almost like giving the rich more money.
Of course.
So,
Because they're going to give him money.
yeah. So, like I said, that's who I think is really supporting him right now. So, I mean, to be honest with you, if he is running again, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be a bit surprised at all. Because, but who is right now? Who's for the Democratic Party?
I have no idea.
Joe Biden.
I'm good on Biden.
You good on the Biden
Yeah.
administration? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are.
I mean, it's not horrible, but I just, somebody else. new
That's-
person. Let's
yeah.
try somebody else.
Just go ahead and give somebody else a chance. Yeah. Well, but we got to have somebody. Well, the Democratic Party got to have somebody decent to do it.
I was for Elizabeth Warren, but nobody's ready for a woman.
Yeah, I mean, what? I think a woman president would be good. I think
She's got to have a plan and be prepared for all this backlash that's going to be coming.
Yeah. But I think we're ready for a woman. I think that if we did have a woman for a president, just our society is going to make it difficult for her because she's a woman. To have a woman that's the leader of the free world, that's like a big jump in the direction that
Other countries have already made.
well, yeah, it's a big jump in direction other companies have made, but it's also a big jump in the direction that this company never thought it would make.
Country.
It never thought it would make. Because Barack getting in office,
Some people already saw that
saw what?
that he would be there
Yeah,
because of how, I guess, they view things at the time. because it took 40 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Yeah. But out of all of the presidential debates that I have ever seen, his with McCain, the way he displayed himself, as far on a smooth level, nobody can touch that. Nobody can touch that at all. And that reminds me. Okay, so when Barack Obama and John McCain, when they was doing their debates, the person who they kept talking about as who was like the person to use for my debate, Joe, what was it, Joe the plumber?
Probably. I don't know.
But y'all remember him talking about him? Joe the plumber, everybody, because they kept using him as a reference to, the average guy. We could do this for the average man. He was like the person that they used. So he actually passed away.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it was actually a big deal. This only thing that people know him by is Joe the plumber, and nobody even knows what he looked like, but they actually posted it online and said that he passed away. What he passed away from, I honestly don't know.
But nobody knows what he looks like, so how we know he
Well,
passed away?
he's an actual person, but a lot of us only know him just in reference to because he was used so much in that debate between Obama and McCain. But as far as what he looks like, I didn't realize what he looked like until they actually posted him on online today saying that he passed away. So yeah, that was pretty interesting, and they, like I said, they made it a big deal. Are you finna look up Joe the plumber? Well, you know what? I think we did pretty well with this podcast. Of course, we are broadcasting from Muko Taekwondo Studios, located at 1153 Burnt Hickory Road, Suite C, Cartersville, Georgia, 30120. And you can give us a call if you have any questions at 470-315-4963. Again, we wish Miss April a speedy recovery from her being ill, because we miss her today, and we miss Miss Olivia, causing all her little interruptions like she loved to do. And I know you guys are going to miss it too. But me and Miss Malika, we are still bringing you the goods that we know and shared it with you guys.
Yes.
But on that note, we are going to wrap this podcast up, because the storm is coming and we are going to try to get out of it early. So for those who are also in the storms or dealing with the storms, please be safe.
Yes, please do.
Stay out of it. Don't have your singing in the rain moments and want to go out there and be like one of those people on that movie that forgot, you just float off. So with that being said, we're going to bid you guys adieu. Make sure you take care of your kids. Oh, yeah. Come up with unique ideas. You never know. Somebody might give you $10 million and you need $5 to open up a business. And be careful of ashes, dead body ashes at Disney.
Yes.
Anyway, you all have a great one. And we're going to say bye-bye. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.